Alright, hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be talking Leverless, and I'm going to be answering all your Leverless questions and showing you exactly the kind of things you need to be learning on Leverless. I know a lot of people are maybe picking it up for the first time, have been playing it for a while and have tons of questions. There are a lot of different ways to input special moves and do certain techniques on Leverless that I think can be very confusing for new players, or even for players who've been doing it for a long time but haven't really gotten deep into like all the different things you can do with it. Don't worry guys, not only am I going to show you how to do these techniques, I'm also going to give you some training mode drills you can do to help you get these properly, but we'll get to those drills in a second. So I've got my nice big Leverless camera here. Before we get into it, a couple of very key points with Leverless. All these inputs are going to be for Street Fighter 6, and all these inputs are going to be using the Capcom Pro Tour default settings, which basically means if you push down plus jump at the same time, your character will stand. And if you push left plus right at the same time, your character won't move. So this is going to be very important. If you're learning these input techniques and trying these things that I'm going to be showing in this video, you have to have your SOCD settings like this. Also, my additional buttons, these two. This is light punch and hard punch. This is light punch and light kick or throw. And this button down here for me is parry. I'm using a Hitbox Ultra. This is the Leverless controller that I've been using for the longest time now. I really like this one, but it's not going to matter which controller you use as long as you basically follow the same things. What I'm showing you in this video is going to work for any controller whatsoever. Then this button over here on the top right, this is my drive impact. And this one here, it looks like it does nothing, but this is actually my function button. So if I want to make a save state, I can do this. I can load my save state. I can reset the game. I just use this as function, but this doesn't matter in the actual game itself, so you can just disregard this button altogether. I want to start with fireball motions, because everything we do is going to build up from these motions. I think one of the harder parts of Leverless is trying to get consistent diagonal input. So if you're trying to input things like as a traditional motion, like down, down, forward, forward, or something like a fireball, this can be a little bit tricky. Now, the reason it can be tricky is because when you're doing a traditional input, like down, down, forward, forward, it's really easy to miss the diagonal input, kind of like I did there. I missed it on purpose. I got a down, a neutral, and then a forward, so I didn't get a down forward input. And that's because it's really easy to kind of miss. So what I want you to think of, instead of trying to hit every single diagonal, instead of pushing like 1, 2, release, 3, we're trying to reduce the number of times we have to release things and push another input. So the first shortcut I want to show you for fireballs. So down, down, forward, then you don't let go, then you push jump plus whichever button you want for your fireball. Okay, so it would look like this: down, down, forward, and this is light punch. I'm going to switch to Akuma because he has really good fireballs. This is really good because if you do this perfectly, you get the fastest input possible. This was a 4-frame fireball. This is really, really good, really, really fast. It doesn't have to be 4 frames. You can do it a little bit slower. But as long as you're doing this, you'll always get the input and you'll never miss the diagonal because you're holding the buttons down. And then when you push jump, this gives you a forward input. So it's impossible to miss the diagonal input on this way. Because down, down, forward gives me a down forward input. Then if I push jump, this gives me a forward input. This completes the quarter circle forward motion. And then as long as you're pushing these at the same time, you'll always get a fireball and you'll never miss the diagonal. Now, there are two really good benefits to this input technique, the jump plus punch method. Number one, like I said before, you'll never miss the diagonal input because you're holding it down, so you can't miss it. It's actually like impossible to miss as long as you're doing this properly. The second benefit of this input, which is actually one of the most important ones, is because it's so fast, your character skips the crouching motion. So here I'm going to do a regular Hadouken motion, right? Like a regular fireball. See how Akuma's kind of like crouching for a split second? You can see the beginning of that crouch animation when I do it the traditional way. At super high level, some people will be able to see your character kind of crouch and then kind of predict that you're going to throw a fireball. And if you haven't played like super top level players before, you might not believe it's true, but trust me, really good players will be able to catch on to that. But if you use the jump method, it's so fast that the character doesn't even do the crouch motion. See Akuma? You can see it for like maybe a fraction of a second if you're really focusing, but as long as I'm doing this fast, you don't actually see the crouch input. So it's a great way of hiding your fireballs and doing it like a perfect fireball from standing. It's really, really good. This is also really good when you're doing walk forward fireball. It can be really difficult to walk forward and get a fireball because you get a DP by accident, especially for these kind of things, like when you walk forward like this. You're doing a traditional input. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk forward, For just a split second, you want to return to neutral. Then you're going to go back, down, down, forward, jump plus punch. And it'll look like this. So that's fireballs from standing. And yes, you can do this for Tatsumaki motions too. It's the exact same thing except backwards. So down, down, back, jump plus kick. Just like this. It's the exact same thing, just mirrored. And of course, it works the same on the two-player side. Down, down, forward, jump plus punch. This is also really good because we can use the same technique from crouching, right? So let's say we're crouching, we're holding down, back. Instead of going down, back, down, down, forward, forward, Hadouken. There, see I missed one of the inputs from down, back. It can be a little bit tricky to get a fireball from crouch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna crouch, you're gonna go down, back, then you're gonna release down, back, just to down, down, forward, and then jump. So now you get fireballs from crouch, and it's really easy. If you don't like doing the jump method from crouch, there's one more input we can use, and that's going to be negative edge. So what you're going to do is instead of holding down, back, and releasing, you're going to hold down, back, then hold forward. So you're holding all three directional buttons down at the same time. And then what you do is you release down, back, release down, and then push punch. So you go from down, back, forward, and release. If you don't like using the jump method from crouch. Now, I personally don't like this method very much. I prefer doing the jump button from crouch, but I'm just giving you different options in case you don't like that. All right, and of course, this works for air supers as well. So if you're doing like an air fireball, you can jump, then do quarter circle forward, like down, down, forward, jump plus punch, and you'll get super low to the ground fireballs. That's going to take us to our next motion. Let's talk about DP motions, which is, I know, the one that gets everybody because a lot of people hate doing DPs on the the one player side because you have to use your ring finger and it can be really tricky to do DPs that way. So first, again, like always, let's start on the one player side. I think the best DP motion to learn from neutral is going to be the jump SOCD method. So the way you do it is you're going to do hold forward, hold down, and then push jump plus punch. Just like this. So forward, down, jump plus punch. Forward, down, jump plus punch. You can do it pretty slowly in training mode, and you'll get a DP. But the tricky one with this is you have to make sure you're not pushing down plus jump plus punch at the same time. It's not forward like this, because if you push down plus punch plus jump at the exact same time, you'll get a standing jab like I just did there. That means you were too fast. You have to go forward, down, then jump plus punch. So forward, down, then jump plus punch. Forward, down, jump plus punch. And if you do it properly, it makes it really easy to do reaction DPs. Now, of course, you're gonna have to practice this, but as long as you practice it quite a bit, you should be able to get it fairly consistently. Now, the reason why I like this so much is because on the two-player side, it's really easy because now, instead of having to do like DPs really hard with your ring finger, all you have to do is hold forward and then down, then jump plus punch. And this makes the work your ring finger have to do far less, because I don't think anybody really struggles with pushing forward with your ring finger. The thing people struggle with is this second input for the DP. So we just totally remove that altogether. We go like this, like this, like this, forward, down, jump plus punch. Now let me show you a quick drill you can use to kind of get this more consistent and better for your reaction DP. So what you're going to do, I'm going to show you two drills. One is an offensive drill and one is a defensive drill. Let's go here right beside your opponent. You're going to record Terry, or any character really, doing a jump into attack. So here I have Terry recorded into doing jumping kick. I think it's heavy kick there. What you're going to do is you're going to want to block reversal and set the count to 4. And you're going to go like this. Then you throw a fireball into your block string, and then try to do a reaction DP. If you want to make it a little bit harder for your fingers, walk backwards after the fireball, just a little bit, and then try to react with the DP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, walk back, DP. Then go on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, walk back, reaction DP. 1, 2, 3, 4, walk back, reaction DP. Now, if you always have the opponent to jump, it's going to be very easy to react. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn on a do nothing. Make sure do nothing is on 4, so I have that do nothing option set to 4. Then do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk back, react. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk back. He didn't jump, so I didn't react. That's your first offensive drill. Now we're going to do a defensive drill. This time, we are going to record Terry doing something. We're going to record doing... So we're going to go on input. I'm going to go slot 1 over here. And Terry's going to do this. We can do crouching light punch, crouching light kick, crouching light punch into a forward jump. That's our first recording. And then our second recording is going to be the exact same thing into nothing. So now this time what we're going to do is we're going to go into play, and we're just going to do the first one just to make sure that we have it. Take a step back, react with anti-air. Take a step back, react with anti-air. And make sure you're using the SOCD input just so you can practice it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the do nothing option and the jump one, and we're going to react. Because what I notice when I see a lot of people kind of like in like low master or like diamond, they'll walk backwards in these kind of situations, but they won't do anything. Like they won't get the anti-air, they won't stop the drive rush. So just practice this on both sides, and you should be good to go. Now another thing is a lot of people say is, well, shouldn't you be crouching to DP these? I don't think so. I think you can just stand. As long as your inputs are fast enough and your actions are good, it's not going to make too much of a difference whether you stand or crouch. So let's talk about DP super cancels. So there are 2 ways you want to think about this. You want to do super cancels from standing and super cancels from crouching. All right. The easiest one to learn is super cancels from standing. So really common for Akuma. For example, you go like this into your level 3, right? These kind of super cancels. A lot of characters have that in this game. What I do is I do it a different way for the 1-player side and the 2-player side. So for the 1-player side, I think it's easy just to kind of input it the standard way. So I do forward, down, down, forward, forward. So it's like a DP with a forward to start. Because if you do forward plus a quarter circle forward really fast, you'll always get Shoryuken input. So I do it like this. Then I just add another quarter circle forward at the end. And it feels fairly consistent for me. The second way you can do it, which I think is a little bit better, is you do forward, down, down, forward, forward. Then you hold forward, you never let go, and then you just tap and release down back. So kind of like this. And that works on both the 1-player side and the 2-player side. If you don't like this method, there's another one we can do. We can make this a little bit easier for ourselves. And this is going to help you on the 2-player side. So the 2-player side, the tricky thing is, it's a little bit hard to do forward, quarter circle forward, then tap and release down back, because we have to use our ring finger 2 times. Right? And I know a lot of people don't like that, myself included. So here's what I do. I will do forward, I hold forward, I tap and release down back. And that gives me a Shoryuken. Forward, tap and release down back. That'll give you a Shoryuken. Then, as I'm holding forward, I'll push back, down back, release, release. And this will give you a quarter circle forward input, as you can see here. Right there, that's a quarter circle forward input. So the whole thing would look like this. And it's really easy to do, because now, instead of using your ring finger, you're just using these 2 fingers. Crosscut DPs, this is another tricky one for most people. I'm going to show you what I think is the best way to do crosscut DP. What you're going to do is you're going to walk forward, and then from walking forward, you're going to go forward, down, down, back, plus whichever attack button is your Shoryuken. So for it's going to be kicks, not punches. So yeah, just do this, walk forward, and then end on down back. Make sure you're ending on down back though. You don't want to end on back, because if you do end on back, what'll happen sometimes is you'll get a fireball or a super by accident. And that's definitely not what you want. You want to end on down back. Pad players have that problem really often. I've seen Ending Walker, I've seen Blaz kind of mess that up by accident. They'll do the Crosscut DP by walking under, but because on pad it's really hard to end on down back consistently, and you might get a back input sometimes. I've seen them get like a level 1 super, so you don't want to be doing that on Leverless. Make sure you're ending on down back. Then, from crouching, DP cancels into crouch. Now this is especially important when you want to get your anti-air DP into a level 3. But before we do that, let's take a look at the motion. So, let's say you're holding down back and you do a DP. How do we do DPs from crouching? Well, generally there are 2 ways. The first way, and probably the most common way I think most people use, is just tapping and releasing down forward. So like 1, 2, 3 plus button. That'll give you a DP. I think everybody kind of knows this. This isn't new information. Problem with this is it can be a little bit tricky to get your super cancel like this. If you're struggling to get your super cancel the standard way, what I recommend is don't think of it as down, tap down forward, then punch. Think of it as down, tap 1, 2, 3 for your DP. 1, 2, 3. But then after the third input, you're going to release your ring finger to give us a forward input. And then all you have to do is tap and release down back as you hold forward. I think that's the best way. Now, if you don't like that, there's a second input method we can do. Instead of tapping and releasing down forward, we can switch. So let's say we're around here, and our opponent's going to jump at us. From crouching, you're going from down back, then you're going to switch to down forward. And then all you have to do as you hold down forward is you tap down back, you release down back, and then you push punch. This will also give us a Shoryuken. Now, the real benefit of this one is not from the 1-player side, but from the 2-player side. Because now, we don't need to use our ring finger to do our DP. All we have to do is tap and release down back with our index finger. So now, whether you're on the 2-player side or the 1-player side, you're always DPing with your index finger. See? So now your index finger is always like your DP button, if that makes sense. And because we're doing it like this, it's very easy to super cancel after this. So what you're going to do is you hold down forward, tap and release back, then push punch. That'll give you your DP. Then after you release this, you go to forward, tap and release down back. Super easy to do Shoryukens like that into super cancel. Then if your opponent jumps at you, now you can get your DPs way easier, and you can even super cancel it. So let's take a look at Dalsum. I'll show you guys what you can do for half circle moves. For Dalsum, for half circle backs, what I'm going to recommend, don't think of it like forward, down, down, back, back. Don't try to like push every single direction. I'm going to give you 2 tips to make this more consistent. Tip number 1, don't be so like fingery. Try to make it more about your wrist. It's kind of like a roll rather than like, does that make sense? Like, don't try to be so fingery. This doesn't just go for Dalsum. This kind of goes for everything you do. Try to not make your leverless inputs like really finger heavy. You kind of want to make it a little bit of a wrist roll when you're doing this kind of stuff. It'll really help your consistency and also make your hand feel better. Trust me on that one. More about rolls. See, I'm kind of like rolling my hand here and I'm getting this no problem. I don't play Dalsum. I've never practiced this. Second thing, try to think of it as pushing the buttons down and then releasing them. That makes it easier not to miss diagonal inputs. So instead of trying to push each diagonal input and be super clean with it, try to like go like forward, down, back. Now you're holding all 3. Now all you have to do is release, release. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this. So that's on the 1-player side. And here's the 2-player side, same thing. You want to think of it as forward, down, back, release, release. And that'll help you with your motions. Because with this half circle back motion, you don't actually need the down input. You can skip the down input. See here, I'm skipping down. I'm like never getting down. It's just forward, down, back, back. Another question I often get is, how do you do instant dive kicks with Cammy? And I've made videos about this before, but I'm just gonna do it really quick. So I think the best way to do instant dive kicks with this character, is instead of trying to do quarter circle back in the air, because like I said before, when we were learning fireballs, the issue with doing quarter circle forward or quarter circle back motions the traditional way is you might accidentally skip your diagonal input, which is what happened right here. So what you're gonna do instead is you're gonna jump, and then we're going to do the jump SOCD method that we learned for Fireball. Remember? In the beginning, down, forward, jump plus punch. Except we're going to do the Tatsu version. Down, back, jump plus kick for Cammy. So like this. And that makes it super easy to do consistent, instant dive kicks every single time. I guarantee you, if you practice this and you really master this technique, you'll never miss a cannon spike again. I don't play Cammy. I haven't practiced this in a very long time, but even me, I'm getting it very consistently. So just practice it, get used to the motion, practice it from neutral, practice from walking forward. Now the other one that I always get asked from Cammy players is, how do you do level 3, charge level 3 into super? Here's what I recommend. So for me, what I do, I just do standing hard punch into my typical forward, down, back, DP. And then I just do double quarter circle forward. I feel like the charge on this is so long that this is actually really easy to do. If you find this difficult, I would recommend the super input method. So you're going to do your regular DP, then as you're charging your DP, you're going to do down, forward, don't let go of forward, tap and release down back. Okay? So it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. So like this, like this. It's a really fast motion, so it's hard to kind of explain with my voice as I'm doing it. But just put together your DP plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 super cancel. And it works on both sides. Okay, for command grab inputs, like 360s, I think your best friend are slide inputs. So, I use this gaming sock for like mobile games on this. You don't need it, but I think it just makes slide easier. You just basically go forward, down, back, and then jump plus punch. So it just looks like this. And you just slide from forward to back. And this makes walk forward grabs really, really easy. And you don't need to switch. Whether you're on the 1-player side or the 2-player side, it's always just from 1, 2, 3, jump plus punch. Watch. On this one, if I'm doing it here, I still get the command grab. Of course, here I'm walking backwards, but if I wanted to walk forwards, I just do the same thing. I hold forward with this, then... Sorry, hold forward with my ring finger, then I slide this way. Again, I don't play Geef, so I don't have this practiced, and I haven't really done too much, but... There you go. Yeah, it's a good shortcut. Then, for level 3 is tricky. I don't think it's worth learning a true standing level 3. I don't think it's that important from standing. I don't really see the pros doing it. I don't really see it at high level play. If they're not doing it at high level play, then you don't need it either. Perfect booms. Always just push down forward, jump plus punch. You'll never miss your perfect boom like this. Because you're pushing jump plus punch at the same time, which means you're always getting forward plus punch on the same frame, which means it's impossible not to get a perfect boom. Also, maybe you guys don't know this, is Guile's standing medium punch, back heavy punch target combo. All you have to do is hold down back, push jump plus medium punch. That'll give you a standing medium punch into flash kick. This ensures you're always getting charge frame 1. If you think it's worth it to always use SOCD for supers, I think so. I think the most important thing is to just use one consistent input method. You don't want to be switching around to a bunch of different ones, because if you're switching around to a bunch of different input methods, then it becomes really difficult to do. I would just say find what works out for you and try to stick with that the most. Well, anyways, guys, that's what I think are some of the most important leverless things that you need to learn. Again, get the basics down. I still think being able to do basic quarter circle forward specials, fireballs, quarter circle backs using the SOCD method is really, really good. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.